It's DSA 1, UGA fan rants and opinions. Back with another video. Half-ass watch the ending of the Georgia-Ohio State game. Y'all gonna hear a lot of fireworks because it's like right at New Year's. And Georgia fucked around and pulled it off. With the help of Ohio State kicker missing a field goal. Yes, I had already said that I'm not going to be mad if Georgia loses. As you can probably hear in my voice, I'm kind of sort of excited that Georgia won, but I'm still pissed at the fact that Georgia went away from the run game and really didn't utilize it as much as I thought they would have. C.J. Stroud and Ohio State, I give y'all and Ohio State fans, the real fans, I give y'all the utmost respect. Y'all boys came out and put y'all foot in Georgia ass all game long, man. I mean, like I said in my previous video, I'm not even mad. I would not have been mad or been too mad that Georgia would have lost this game. Y'all came out and did what most teams couldn't do. Y'all made Georgia play a different type of football. I don't care what Kirby say. I don't care what the announcer say. I don't care what nobody say. Georgia had to literally win a shootout for the second time that I realized in big games. The first shootout was against Oklahoma. That game went into like double overtime, and we barely won that one. Georgia has came out and beat Ohio State, like I said, with the help of the kicker, which is no knock to him. He was off to the left side of the hash and didn't make the kick. He barely had enough power on it to make it over the upright. I had said in one of the other comment sections that I'd be glad when Ringo is gone, and I will be, because dude is still, I mean, ain't nothing gonna change. It's just the fact that this is a big game, and he still has not learned to react to the ball in the aspect of when you see the receiver looking, you look. He's still not doing that. So I don't know who's thinking that he's going to be a top corner in the NFL. He's going to get burnt. And then on top of that, what I was wanting to mention in the Arkansas game, or Arkansas, that had me so heated with them, was that they kept doing like a run pass option type of offense against this defense that they were playing that really wasn't giving them enough time to pull that off. You steadily having the quarterback fake like he handing the ball off to the running back to see if the defense is going to bite, which is killing your time and distributing the ball, and then you trying to make something happen and you getting sacked. Like, that was pure bullshit as far as play calling winning that game. Florida, fuck them. Don't care nothing about Florida. Alabama, like I said, they did their thing. They are still the team to be reckoned with. Alabama dynasty is not over. I don't care what nobody say. Georgia is looking like I figured they would when I mentioned if they look like either the Missouri-Kansas State game, they come out looking like they don't know what the fuck they doing, it can be a loss, or they come out and be like the LSU, Kentucky, Georgia Tech style game where they come out and just put their foot in your ass and dominate. Georgia really couldn't do that. Now I think that Darnell Washington is hurt. He might not be in the next game. I did hear the announcers bring up Oscar Delp, so he might be able to fill in depending on how healthy he is. This was a wild night for Georgia fans. I'm not speaking on all, but I'm just saying for some, this was a wild night. Like, this shit was crazy. This was a nail-biting game, and for fans or casual watchers of college football that said they got tired of seeing teams get blown out, if you did not watch the TCU Michigan game, you missed out. That was an exciting game. If you did not watch the Georgia Ohio State game, that was a nail biter as well. Both those games gonna be nice. Were nice, and I really expect the TCU Georgia game to be another one. I expect it to be on the same level. Dugan is gonna be an issue for Georgia. He is not going to be like C.J. Stroud and just sit in the pocket and wait for something to happen or barely take off. He's going to get the hell up out of there. He's going to run. He's going to make something happen. Georgia better tighten the fuck up. Georgia got a week to get right. And if not, Georgia's not going to repeat. There is no 2 for 22 playing like doo-doo. Like, this don't make no damn sense. But in a sense, I can understand from what I seen why they played the way they played, but they still did not leave any linebackers in the area against Ohio State to keep C.J. Stroud from taking all them runs like he was taking them. Georgia was trying to completely make them one-dimensional, and it did not work. Like, C.J. Stroud, Marvin Harrison, and not Njigba, but I can't remember the other receiver's name. Those three lit Georgia secondary up. We've been talking about this since last year, that Georgia secondary is the weakness, and the offense is going to have to carry them. I'm wondering where the other two running backs were at for Georgia. Like, where were they at? I've mainly only seen Edwards and McIntosh run the ball today. And that was barely, because Georgia didn't even really use a run game like that for real. Didn't really set the pass up. Set up the offensive formation to look like a pass and get a run out of it. Like, Ohio State came to play. Much props to Ohio State. But this was a frustrating game. I'm going to say that. I can take it if it was a shootout. It was back and forth. They score, we score. They score, we score. I can live with that, but not with the stupid mistakes. If 2 field goals were made and 2 of the passes that were underthrown were caught, that's 6, 12, 18, 24, 25, 20. That's 26 points that Georgia literally would have been up by. The score would have been like 60, 70 something to 41. Like, that's like a 19-point, I guess you could say, blowout. If Stetson could have pulled those passes off, Stetson got to get, I can't say get better. It's only a week from now. You can't get any better in a week. You can tweak some things. You can tweak some things on offense, depending on who's hurt, who's not hurt. But this is why Carson Beck and some of them other guys should have played earlier in the season, so when Stetson started going through the things he's going through, he can come in and give him a break. Let him calm down and relax and get back in his shit. I don't even have an idea of who could have been another corner to take Ringo's place, but next year I think it's gonna be the same situation. This secondary got to get better, because if the linemen are not getting home, they launching it. And we don't have the depth at secondary, which has already been known and been discussed all season, for Georgia to hang in there with teams like a Tennessee, which is going to give us problems next year. Or if Ohio State makes it back to the playoffs, they're going to give us problems next year. Or if we even see Alabama in the SEC championship or LSU, they're going to give us problems. Like, this secondary needs a major overhaul, as in not staring at the quarterback and also reacting to the ball being in the air instead of just watching the wide receiver jump and then you jump, he catching over you, or you holding all goddamn game. Like, this shit is fucking ridiculous. Yes, there's going to be holding throughout the game, but you getting burnt the majority of the game. I say 75 to 90% of the game you getting burnt, and only 10% you doing decently. That shit, whoever the DB coaches are, man, they better tighten the fuck up next year. Other than that, it's DSA 1, UGA fan rants and opinions. UGA is going to play TCU in the national championship. Hopefully we can pull it off and do better than this scary shit right here. And I'll holler at y'all later.